Hello and welcome to the official first episode of Please Press Start, Link to the Past. Today, me and my friend Josh are going to play through the game in its entirety. I hope you enjoy, and without further ado, let's get into it. I love this game's sound effects.
God, it's so good.
It is.
There's a reason this is my favorite game of all time.
It's definitely a top of mine. I didn't even think I realized that the fairies had pink hair too. Did Nintendo just have a thing with pink hair at this moment in life?
I'm pretty sure there's an actual reason, but I don't know it. Oh, I can't do it.
Can't do my dude?
Can't do my dude.
That's unfortunate.
It's Rinku then.
It's always
Rinku.
No, but what I was saying is my grandma used to have my Super Nintendo, which you know, because you know my grandma.
Yeah, because she stomps people.
She's awesome. But, when I was younger, I used to, admittedly, I would fake sick all the time to go to my grandma's house, because my grandma had a Super Nintendo, and, Link to the Past, Super Metroid, Chrono Trigger, Final Fantasy 3, and 4 are the games I can remember that I've beaten probably at least 20 times each.
I literally have no idea how many times I've beaten A Link to the Past.
I mean, because that was before my family had like a game system. We had a NES and Atari, but that was before the PlayStation came out.
So your grandma just bought a Super Nintendo?
Yeah.
Like for you guys, or
well,
like...
no, it was at her house because she played.
Because I know she, like I said, she stomps people with Dr. Mario.
Yeah, she played Tetris and Dr. Mario a lot, and that's also where I learned how to get good as hell at Tetris Attack.
It's such a good game.
Oh, we'll have to have some grunge matches here at some point.
I'm always down with that. I'm
But,
always down for Tetris Attack.
Right.
Woo!
Yeah, but I would fake sick a lot and go over to her house and play these games, which is why I have such fond memories of Super Nintendo, but also because that's why I'm good at those games and have such good knowledge of them. I've probably played them through easily 10 times each.
I've beaten a couple RPGs in my younger days, but I really started getting into them when Brandon and I started hanging out.
That makes sense.
Because I remember playing, I remember watching my neighbor's dad who was really into RPGs. Like, that was the first place that I ever saw Earthbound. But,
Earthbound's
you know,
such a good game.
when you were a kid, you didn't get, 2 games every week like it seems you can now.
Yeah.
But I watched him play, Earthbound, Final Fantasy VI, and I remember we all played, it was my friend Chris, his dad, and myself. He had just picked up Secret of Mana, and the only thing that I could remember about that game was the ring system.
Secret of Mana is another game that my grandma had. It's not like she went out and bought these games, obviously. I think what happened, if I remember correctly, is that, she knew someone, and I think he either passed away or his grandkids moved away or something like that, and he just gave her a bunch of Super Nintendo games.
It's pretty dope.
And it's not like she ever went out and bought any, so the ones we had were the ones just we had the whole time. So it's not like the library ever expanded, which is why I had those 7 games that I played a lot.
I have your copy of Chrono Trigger, then.
That's probably true.
Brandon gave it to me when we moved in together a number of years ago. He's like, "Here, you're the only one I know with a Super Nintendo. You deserve to have this." And I was like, "Yes, I do."
That makes sense. We had a Super Nintendo and then it went through a flood, and you've seen how it operates.
Yeah.
Everything
like the
works.
Mode 7 chip doesn't work or something?
It's everything works but Mode 7, and as it turns out, RPGs require that.
Yes.
It's pretty hilarious, because a lot of games you won't even see the difference.
Well, there was a good reason that Square Enix games used to cost $90 at launch.
Yeah, it's absurd. But like Zelda games, you could play just fine. I think the map would go retarded when you opened it.
Yeah.
But other than that, I mean, if you don't need to open up the map in Link to the Past, then you'd never know Mode 7 was in the game.
I don't think I've opened the map in forever.
Yeah. The real problem was when he played something like Final Fantasy IV, because the overworld was Mode 7.
Everything was Mode 7.
So you couldn't scroll the overworld, it would just be a garbled mess. And it was worse when you got on the airship, because then it was zoomed out, and then it went more crazy. Chrono Trigger worked just fine until you got in the Epoch, or the Epic. Because then, apparently when you walk around the map it's not Mode 7, but when you're in the ship it is Mode 7. And that was an issue. Also, the only other Mode 7 part of the entire game is when Lavos is falling and crashes on the, the Reptite castle, the Tyranno lair, that's it. That particular scene is Mode 7, so it's zoomed out in space, and Lavos, while he normally looks like a meteor, the Mode 7 chip's going crazy, so he's like, just disturbed pixels all over the screen, shooting towards the Earth. You're like,
Wonderful.
it's the Calamity, and you're like, you're goddamn right it is.
Alright. So this isn't a speed run. Hello to the 2 viewers.
I think the 2 viewers are me and me.
Nice.
The recording counts as 1, and then that counts as 1. So we do.
The recording counts.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
I think it does at least. I'm not entirely sure. If I'm wrong, hello other viewer.
Viewer.
We're not speedrunning it. We just did that.
Yes.
It was very entertaining to watch. You gonna do it? You gonna do 100%?
Yeah. I said it's not a speed run. I don't speedrun this game anyway. I don't speedrun any game.
I'm by no means a professional speedrunner. I can play Super Metroid fast, but it doesn't. I wouldn't say I'm a speedrunner.
Right. I've met someone that was a Zelda speedrunner. He did Wind Waker, and he said never speedrun a game you love, because it'll make you hate it.
Yeah. Well.
And I prefer to enjoy my games than hate
Don't get me
everything.
wrong. I enjoy playing Super Metroid, but I wouldn't enjoy playing it 20 times a day every day.
Yeah.
That absolutely makes sense. I noticed that a lot when Mario Odyssey came out first, because that game is amazing.
Yes.
But the people who got really into speedrunning it, you could tell after like a week, they're like, and here I'm doing this thing. And you're like, wow, they already hate it.
Yeah, it's pointless if you ask me.
I mean, I get wanting to be the best and wanting to get your name out there for a world record, but it's such a competitive scene, and you have to just spend so much time in it.
Yeah, and I have a job.
I do too. Yeah. It makes me wonder how people who do have jobs and also speedrun find the time to do that.
Right? It's like, you're doing something that I'm not. Probably not sleeping, but you're not going to get that from me.
I don't sleep much as is, and I got a lot of other stuff to do. I don't have time to play my favorite game, which becomes my least favorite game 400 times a day. The real people that baffle me are people who speedrun, quote-unquote speedrun RPGs. Because I've seen clips of them having, like...
Dude, I've watched people. It's like, alright, this is my 8.5 hour stream of Final Fantasy VIII. It's like, cool, I'm not doing anything all day except watching this.
Like, can you imagine... I mean, I imagine they don't do single segments of games that long, but I have seen clips of people, and you see their timer has like 4 hours on it, and they just like, oh, I messed up, and then they reset. I'm like, I
couldn't do that.
That would ruin my entire week.
I'd be like, I'm just gonna keep playing through it. It's not gonna be a PB.
Just gonna truck.
But I'm just gonna keep going, because you gotta practice all parts of the game. Why start over? Like,
it's true. At that point, you'd just be really good at the first 3 hours, and then bad at the next. I love this song.
Where am I going? I know where I'm going.
This overworld is probably one of my favorite renditions, honestly.
Mm-hmm. Aesthetically, yes. But I was messing around with the Nintendo Switch Online, and of course, something allows me to play The Legend of Zelda. I'm going to play through The Legend of Zelda.
Yeah, you know.
So I played mostly through it last night for like, I don't know, 2 hours. I got to like Dungeon 6, like Max Sword, all that good stuff.
Nice.
And it amazes me how still, like, I find caves and, like, bushes that you can burn.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
I still find new stuff every time that I play through it.
There is so much to that game. I'm honestly amazed that they managed to put that much just info onto that NES cartridge.
Right.
Because that map is by no means small.
No, it's like 64 screens, which may not sound like... It's 64 screens plus, like, all the dungeons.
Go back out of this dungeon real quick. Real sidebar, because I've never seen those in such big detail. What are those?
These? Or the statues?
No, well, I mean the bigger statues. Are those whiskers? Are those its hands?
I always thought they were kind of like moles. Like, those were their eyes.
Okay.
Little horns, maybe, and those are, like, their hands.
Oh, okay.
I honestly have no idea. Or that could be, like, eyes. That's, like, some sort of, like, helmet or, like, horns and nose. And that's, like, an open mouth. But I still think those are hands regardless. Because those are clearly feet.
Well, yeah, I get those are feet, but, like...
I have no idea.
I wasn't sure. At first glance, I was like, are those whiskers? Are those its hands?
I know these are birds.
Well, those are definitely birds, yeah.
But that's it. No, I don't know if those are supposed to be, like, armadillos or
like, what creature
whatever.
is that? Its hands spawn at its face. Those are, like, Cyclops bears? I'm not sure.
Cyclops bear.
I mean, what else would you call those things?
Doing the best with what they got.
Don't get me wrong, this game is amazing and I love it, but... Going back and playing older Super Nintendo games, you look at some things and you're like, what? What is that? It never occurred to me, but what is that thing?
Yeah.
Hondo.
Gotta get them flippers.
Gotta get those bills. Gotta get the bills. Gotta pay the bills. The bills are flippers.
The bills are flippers.
The
It's
bills
a $400 bill.
The bills are also that bottle. I always hated these things. Skeletons when I was younger.
In speedruns, the way they throw the pots, like, it's so quick.
Yeah.
So you got 3 of them, like, dead before they spawn. It's like, wow, how...
It's just...
I should learn to do that. I'm gonna skip the compass. Well, no, it's 100%.
Yeah.
And it's not as bad as it is in Link's Awakening. The Link's Awakening compass flavor text is like 5 pages long.
Oh, that's annoying. I forgot about that. I haven't played Link's Awakening in a good minute.
It's one of my favorites.
I love the music in it.
The
Telltale Heights is probably one of my favorites.
Telltale Heights is the best Zelda song practically ever, I'm pretty sure.
It is pretty much my favorite Zelda song from any game, and that's saying something.
Link's Awakening was the first Zelda game to feature dungeon music for each... Like, every dungeon had a different theme.
I didn't realize that. Link's Awakening was an earlier Zelda game, too.
Yeah.
I know Link to the Past has 2 different dungeon themes. There's the Light World dungeon theme and the Dark World dungeon theme.
Do you know how, speaking of, like, music that changes, it took me years to realize.
Yeah.
I just thought they were different songs that played randomly. Whenever any level in Super Mario World has a different song for if Yoshi's on it.
Yeah, it's got the, I would have never thought to do that. That was pretty impressive, actually.
That's an advanced tactic.
I liked it. Enjoyed seeing that. Do you actually know how Link to the Past generates which song it plays? It has nothing to do with Inferior Dark World or Light World.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, because I found it, I will admit 100%, I found out only due to watching people play the randomizers.
Mm-hmm.
Because the randomizer will generate if either the pendant or the Maiden Crystal is in a dungeon. It's not like set. So you could find a pendant in one of the Dark Worlds, and you could find a Maiden Crystal on like Dungeon 1. That's actually what determines what song plays.
Huh.
Yeah.
Whatever the
pendant,
secret prize is.
Pendant dungeons have a song, and Maiden Crystal dungeons have a song. It's not like the first 3 dungeons have that, and the other 7 have that.
Right, it looks for what the...
Yeah, it looks for what is
That's cool.
Yeah, it's really interesting.
Something I didn't know about the game.
Yeah, you'd think it would be set to the location, but it's actually not. It's set to the item. Which, granted, the original game would have no reason to not have that be the same, but when people created randomizers, that's one interesting thing they found. So later, some point, whenever we play this awful, amazing creation that is Metroid and Zelda in one game, you'll get to see that. A double tap.
It's one of my favorite things to do.
I love it. It's very gratifying. These guys suck.
Come on, do stuff. Actually, I don't know if I need all 30. Again,
Might as well.
just in case.
Focus fire.
Oh god, I blew it.
Blew it. I think you've already hit him twice. There you go.
I don't know how I started facing that wall on the right.
I don't know how
I've never done that ever in my life, I don't think.
Sahasrara?
Sahasrara, I think.
I have such vivid memories of this game that I could play this without, like, granted, I'm sure the first time you played this and I played this, we had no idea where we were going, but like, it's so ingrained in my brain that I would just do it without thinking.
Yeah, I don't. This game isn't something that I really have to think about.
You know, it's just like, and I haven't played it in probably, I don't know, maybe 5 years, I would say, is the last time I played through.
Wow.
But I mean, I played it a lot.
That's a long time.
It is. It's a pretty decent amount of time.
I decided, like, last year I was going to play through the Game Boy Advance version, and I got to the Ice Palace, and I was like, alright, why can't I figure this out? And you know that, the puzzle where you have to drop the ice block down the center room, but you have to find your way around, and the only way you can do that is by finding that, secret, like, changes the red and blue, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
They changed that entire puzzle in the dungeon. They changed the entire thing. You don't need to do that anymore.
That's weird.
So I was like, what? I was like, why am I getting so lost on this dungeon? Like, I've played this game so many times before. And then I realized it's because a whole puzzle was missing.
Why did they do that? Because
people complained that it was too hard. Lots of people said, like, I thought you had to do Crystal 6 first, which is where you get the Cane of Samaria. And they're like, and then you had to come back and do it. I was like, no, there's a hidden room you bomb for. Like, why are you having trouble with this?
How hidden is the room? Is it a cracked
I mean,
wall, or
it's
is it...
off the path. I'm pretty sure it's a cracked wall. We'll figure out later.
We'll see that. I will say the skeleton enemies when I was younger gave me such issue because obviously I was, what, like 5 probably at the time? 5 or 6? So, you know, it didn't register to me that I had to kill them and lay a bomb to kill them. So it took me so long until I figured out how to actually get rid of them.
Oh, the
skeletons
in the ice palace.
In the ice palace, yeah. Because I was just like, why do these things not die? What am I doing?
They just keep getting up. It's like, okay.
I think there's a wall thing that...
You got like a telepathy stone that tells you?
He's like...
Oh yeah, I don't have that yet.
I'm gonna get those gloves. He's like, yeah, go ahead and bomb them. I'm like, oh, okay, thanks. Probably should have read this. But I have like such a distinct memory of that in particular.
It really bothers me that you can't kill that thing. You may be able to do it with like one of the pendants, but... The thing that explodes in all the tiny...
Yeah.
The only one in the world map for some reason.
The only creature in existence. Isn't there a cave right up there?
There's a cave right up there.
I was gonna say...
I think it's the one with the snakes on the left and the right.
I'm trying to remember. I remember it's there. Yeah. You can do it. You have bombs.
I have one
you
bomb.
have bomb. Never mind. Okay. That's fair. Grab this heart piece, then you should have enough for flippers, right? You gonna go grab those now, or are you just gonna go do desert dungeon?
I had to do the desert dungeon to
True.
get the white gloves
true.
to make it over to the witch's house.
But you gotta go get Book first in the town. That Book life.
Do something else I'm not sure if you've ever seen before.
Maybe?
Probably.
Is it throw the fish in the water?
No, it does not throw the fish in the water.
Okay, I was gonna say I knew about that.
Everybody knows throw the fish in the water. Come on, fishy. But it does involve the fish.
Where are you taking that poor fish? I'm so interested when you start doing something that I don't know what it is, because I'm like, what's gonna happen? I know this game pretty well, but then there's things that...
Oh no, it might be too early to do it. Because you need the gloves to get up into the village, don't you?
I don't think so. They're trying to kill your fish! They're gonna kill you. I was gonna say, if you died, I would have been embarrassed for you.
I'd have been embarrassed for myself.
These guys were all up on you.
They were all on the biscuit. Like, that guy, like, followed me from, like, way up at the top of the screen, and I just walked straight in front of that other dude, and he was like, whatever.
Yeah, that guy on that last screen had some fierce pathing. He was coming for it. This fish has the lungs of... I mean... it's some sort of deity. It's got the will to live.
I ain't after you, boy.
I'm so excited for whatever was about to happen with this fish. You gonna give him to the dude? Wait.
Whole bunch of stuff.
I've never seen that.
Yeah, large potion, some bombs, like a red ruby, a green rupee, some arrows.
That's
just a fun little...
That's very interesting.
Give me your bottle. Hold it above your head. It's good for business.
You go get that bug net too.
Bug net, a couple pieces of heart.
There's a lot of things to do in town.
I'm always really bad at this block puzzle.
This is one that I remember very well.
Oh.
Blew it. Now I have to hear blinking noise. Wait, heart pieces? No, they don't.
No.
Now we get
This ain't one of those pansy Zelda games.
I think you have to do this in a few tries.
No, because once you move them, like once you leave the room, they lock. Or all the chests open.
Do they?
They do.
Down left, down. Okay, that one down. One over. Push that guy. Go over.
Yeah.
There you go. And then the block over there is on its own. There you go.
We're at 10 rupees higher after we bought the bottle.
Just enough to get those flippers. Hopefully those pots have a heart. There you go. No more.
Couple hearts. Much better.
There's so many treasures in this town.
Yeah, it's a good little town.
Pick up some bombs. Throw the bombs. as much as I remember this game, I absolutely couldn't do 100% heart piece run. I know I don't know where all of them are. I know where a good deal is. I could probably get down to like the last heart or the last two.
There's a couple pieces that are hard to remember.
Yeah. I definitely don't have the 100% memory.
I do. I just don't know the fastest way to it, you know?
It makes sense, yeah.
Like, I've played the game a lot, but...
Well, I'm sure a lot of the people who even do, like, professional speedrunning didn't know the fastest way until they look up pathing. Because that's a whole different part of speedrunning in itself, is the fastest way to do everything is its own study in itself. Gotta get that mallet.
I'm sick. I got a cough from the wind on the mountain.
Is that ever explained? He says there's an evil air coming off the mountain and he's sick, but is no one else in this world feeling that?
I mean, the old man's still kicking.
Yeah, he's literally on the mountain.
He lives there.
He lives there. Maybe that kid is just BSing. He's just trying to skip school.
He's like, I don't want to go to school. I'm gonna make you look really bad and give you my bug net, like I might die.
The evil air is coming from the mountain. I can't go to school. I'm terminal. You're like, that's really dark.
Oh yeah, I gotta get the book.
I was like, you gotta get the book.
I forgot I showed you the fish. I usually get the book on the way into town, but oh.
That fish was actually really cool. I'm glad you showed me that. You also have the maze over there. Down to the left, I mean.
I don't think you get anything in here.
No, I think this is just like it's a restore room. Lovely running noise.
I love everything about this game.
It's pretty great. Tell you what, go ahead and grab this book, and we'll cut the episode here, and we'll resume in just a few minutes.
Let me get that one heart piece because it's right next door.
Grab that,
and then we'll end.
Yeah, be a good spot.
I'm mad at my brother. I put up a wall.
Really impressive, actually. I'm not gonna lie, and this is pretty embarrassing to say. I did not know that you could tackle walls down.
I don't know if that's something they explain to you in the game.
I don't think they ever explain it because I don't remember that being a thing.
And it's only the like big cracks.
Yeah. There you go. Grab that heart piece.
I'm always scared I'm gonna walk off the ledge and have to do it again.
I have done that as a kid, yeah.
Alright.
Alright, we'll stop here, and we'll see you guys next episode. Everyone, thanks for watching.